Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use Distant Horizons. I will leave the links in, can't do the description because I don't have a phone number, so it'll be in the comments. It's very simple. So you just create a new world, just name it TH, creative, whatever. Now you do need cheats on for this, so and you can use this on servers from what I believe, but I don't know. I know you can't use it on Aternos because Aternos doesn't allow it for some reason. It says technical reasons if you try to suggest it. I don't know why. So, once you have it, mind the iteration shaders. Yeah, you can see it's slow world gen. It might end up lagging my computer a little bit, but basically what you want to do is you just, we'll do this, TP 0 1000 0. Alright, so as you can see, we can see the somewhat of like the grid here, so this is really good. And pretty much all we got to do is change up some settings here. So we have 500. I already have some settings. We'll just make this, why not, 2000. Turn off true. And we want to do this so it's not lagging our game. And we just do chunky, center, and then chunky start. Oh wait, we want to do radius. Oh, excuse me, shape, square. I'm gonna do square, and this is like how it generates. And then chunky, radius, 2000. So that we're gonna do the same radius as it is on Distant Horizons. And then chunky start. Now, as you can see, it will definitely take a while, typically, and that's because what it's doing is it's generating the world. That makes sense. I don't know if you can stop it. But in a nutshell, I believe if we were to turn on, yep, you can see the world is a lot bigger now. Now, of course, obviously it's not fully generated. As you can see, they're popping in still, and it's gonna go for 2,000 chunks. And of course, obviously, the more chunks you have, the more laggy it's going to be. But yeah, I mean, I'm running this with shaders and all of this at 90 FPS. Now, granted, I have a more dated computer now at this point. I mean, it's a 3060. It is taking a little bit of my, okay, not a little bit, it's taking a lot of my GPU. But, as you can see, I mean, I'm not lagging too bad. I might be on the stream or on the recording. I'm actually not really that laggy as playing right now. We can see, like, the entire world. I don't know if, let's go ahead and see if something works. Let's try Eclipse, maybe. Okay, Eclipse is not seeming to work. I guess maybe it might be a mod that I have on, actually. We can try all sorts of different shaders. Now, you gotta note that not every shader is going to work. We can try Super Duper Vanilla here. It's pretty buns, I'm not gonna lie. BSL. Yeah, and as you can see, all it really does is it just makes the world generate chunks, and I can actually show you what's going on. Let me check the stream. Okay, 4 minutes in. I can actually show you what's going on if I use a spyglass. So if you look, you can kind of see there's not really many. I mean, there are textures, but they're not really that crazy. And what it does is it basically, if you know a game, like for instance, GTA is a good reference. The further you are away, the less detail there is. So there's not that much detail over here than compared to like right here, where there's like, you know, an actual texture. Over there, there's not really many textures. And you only really notice this when using a spyglass. But this also works on multiplayer, I do know. I know it works on servers, just not Aternos. It works on multiplayer like E4MC, I believe. Was it the Eternal, I think it's called? I don't remember. External, I don't remember the name. It's that other one that goes based off of your IP. And you can kind of see right there. So this is the only rendered part of this is all that's actually rendering. That is not rendered. And we can change this based on how high we have our chunks. So right now, if I just do this, then you can see, even though we can see the world, we're not actually rendering that much. We're only rendering 2 chunks, 2 actual chunks. So if we were to set this super high, then we obviously, now this is going to probably lag a little bit, and you will have some problems when you mess around with the actual chunks, because it's having to rewrite over. But of course, if you do actual chunks like this, you will see a lot more detail the further you are. Like over there, we can see some really nice detail, but over there, we don't see really much detail. Which, why would we? I mean, we don't really need to. Now, I know Voxy, if you use Voxy, it can be really, really good. A lot of YouTubers will say to turn your simulation distance to the smallest. I'm only doing this for frame rate because I have nothing on this world. I would not recommend doing that. I would recommend putting it at a decently low number, but not anything too crazy. If it were me, I would put it at like 10 or 8, not 0 or anything, because your simulation distance is how much your tick speed goes, and if you're wanting to use Distant Horizons in, say, like an SMP or in just a survival world in general, you're going to want to have holy crap, I think I'm having a lot of lag. Goodness, I can feel it. Then you're going to want, and I think it's because it's just loading, you're going to want to make sure that you have at least, and honestly, it's probably best you only do about 500. 2,000 is a just absurd amount. You'll never need 2,000. But yeah, pretty much what Chunky does, and I know I'm yapping a lot, but what Chunky does is it just kind of pre-renders all of the chunks. So like, the reason we can see so far is because those chunks over there are being rendered. However, Distant Horizons pairs well with Chunky. What Chunky does normally, what Distant Horizons does is basically remove the fog, if that makes sense. Chunky, without Distant Horizons, Chunky would probably fully texture all of this, which would be good. It'd be awesome, but it would make your computer a brick. It would turn into a brick. It would literally just blow up and crash. It would never work. Unless you had Tony Stark's computer, which at that point, even then, it would still crash, probably. In this case, and I don't know why the snow biome is so huge. Really good thing is you can always tell where things are with this mod, and you can also change up different things. So, for instance, quality preset. If we change this to extreme, and we'll do all of it. Now this will lag it a little bit, probably more than a little bit. It will add more detail to things. So it definitely doesn't look super detailed over at that village, but from a distance you can definitely tell that's a village. Like from a distance that has the same looks and everything as your typical village. All it really does is render more blocks and better textures to some degree. So you can just kind of tell what things are more. It makes things a lot more detailed, and if you just change it and turn it down, like if we do the smallest, oh my goodness, yeah, if we do the smallest, Oh, you might also get problems like this, where it doesn't actually work, and that happens. Sometimes you just have to kind of tinker around with it until it does work. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's not working now. Sometimes if it doesn't work, just do this. Oh, and yeah, like I said, I'd recommend doing 500. 500 is a very good amount. It's nothing like absurd, nothing crazy. It just lets you see significantly farther. But if you render a lot of them using Chunky, then you will pretty much never run out of room. So if we just use, like, now an Elytra will make it a little bit laggy, I will admit. But we're gonna use this to go fast. Alright. Now, so what happens is you can kind of see it's popping, as you can see. So the popping is just like any other game. It basically allows, and I'm invisible because I'm not being rendered. Oh boy, that's nice. Oh wow. Yeah, so this is another problem that you might come into. And this is partly due to going too fast. Oh my god, I'm under the ground. Holy crap. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, it does have its quirks, as you can see. A lot of quirks. Well, safe to say my game is my game is cooked. But yeah, that's about the end of the video anyway. Anyways, just be very careful of what you do. If you do any crazy arbitrary numbers, obviously you're gonna have problems like this. I would recommend setting the radius and setting the distant horizons LOD, the thingy, this right here, the LOD chunk render distance radius. I would set that to 500, set the radius of Chunky to 500. You only really need about 500. I mean, you can render a lot more if you want, but you don't really have to. Just, you can choose these settings, medium, aggressive, all these settings, and these will get you relatively where you want to be. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure I'm literally using, what am I using? BSL. You can run iteration on this, which is just incredible because bro, I am fried. Oh, there we go. Okay, that worked. Yeah, so I'm in survival. Oh. Yeah, just, I mean, you can use, and oh my goodness. Yeah, you can use a lot of things. Pretty much all it, like I said, really all it does is it kind of does that. Things just kind of pop in. And it does make the game look a little bad, but if you're just like on the ground and not flying around, you know, like using an Elytra or using powers or something, it really is not all that bad. And you won't really notice it. I mean, even, oh, we're on water, or, oh wow. Yeah, you can see, like, even underwater, there's not really even a very much a big difference. I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.